So let's do some other ones. You put in your answers and I'll put in mine. So this one we have 6 to the 4th power. The next is -2 to the 3rd power. And this last one is 1/2 to the 3rd power. Okay, let's move on. Now again, we have an expression which has the base number in expanded form. And we're going to just summarize that and write it as a power. So here we have y to the 6th power. And here we have how many groups? We have 3 groups. So our base is k plus 2. Oh, excuse the interpreter. There are 4 groups of k plus 2, meaning k plus 2 to the 4th power. Now this one is a little bit tricky. It has multiple bases, but let's see. We have 5 with to the 1st power. We don't have to write that. We have r. There are 2 r's, so that's r to the 2nd power. And lastly, the last base number is s to the 4th power. Okay? Let's see if you can figure out these next ones by yourself, and then we'll check them with mine. So I have x to the 5th power, c minus d to the 2nd power. We have 9, f to the 4th, g. Okay? Does yours match mine? Okay. Now we have substitution for x and y. The instructions are to evaluate, and what that means is that we have instructions for what x and y equal, and we're going to put that in place of the x and y. So in this example, we have x equals 6 and y equals -2. So let's write out the first expression, x to the 2nd power plus y to the 3rd. Okay? So now, where there's an x, we'll put in 6. So now it's 6 to the 2nd power. And for y, where there's a y, we'll put in -2. So now we have -2 to the 3rd power. Notice that I kept the parentheses there around the negative number. On the calculator, if you don't have the parentheses added for that negative number, it will give you the wrong answer. The answer will automatically be negative. This -2 to the 3rd power means -2 times -2 times -2. But if you put that wrong in the calculator without the parentheses, it will take out that negative meaning and it will change your answer. So it makes it really easy for you and for the calculator if you put in the parentheses. It will make it less confusing for the calculator. And then you won't have to show me that you have the wrong answer, and well, we can just have the correct answer. So make sure you use those parentheses. It's this, the -2 to the 3rd power is the same as -2 times -2 times -2. So here, -2 times -2 is 4, and then we will times that by -2. Those first 2 negatives, a negative times a negative equals a positive, so we can just multiply 2 times 2 for the first ones, and then we times it by -2, and that will give us the -8. Again, if you don't have those parentheses in there the whole time, it will give you the wrong answer. So then we have 6 to the 2nd power is 36. So now our expression is 36 minus 8, and that equals 28, and that's our answer. Okay? So in summary, today we learned about powers. A power is a base number and an exponent together. The base number is the big number, your starting number. So for example, 5. And then the small number in the corner is called the exponent. And that shows how many times repeated you multiply the base number by. So it could be 5 or 2 or 3 or 4. It can be anything, but it's how many times you multiply the base number by itself. Again, it's a 5 to the 4th power doesn't mean 5 times 4. It means 5 times itself 4 times. Thank you guys. Have a good day.